the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm a fat go-so. Jump in them sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Sorry, my stream started playing in my ear, and it distracted the heck out of me. I'm here now, and we're in the wrong order. There we go. So we're here to report on No King Day. I wore my crown for the occasion because we want queens, I guess. Princesses, not sure. Not sure what that was about, but. I do have some footage of the past week or so that we, meaning KFARR and I, wanted to take a look at. I guess we could kind of take my stream today was pretty boring. The area that I live in is pretty chill, and it was protesting the way protesting should be, where everyone was very peaceful and there was two different sides talking to each other. It was lovely. I enjoyed it a lot, even though I don't necessarily agree with most of the people that were there. How was your day today?
Oh, I was good. I had Eric Martin, for everybody who doesn't know. Eric Martin is back in court. I found that out today. He allegedly beat his sister again. But good news is, with this charge, it means his sister's still alive. So
I had been saying for a while, somebody needs to check on that family because I don't trust that they're not locked in a basement somewhere like my husband, right? So it is a Saturday night, which is unusual. Did I gain weight? I have actually lost like 20 pounds since January. So
he's fat.
No,
everyone
you should probably get your glasses checked, I guess. And even if I did, I've been married for like almost 20 years. So as long as Mr. Zed loves me, I don't really care. Don't really care what
Russell
you think.
Jealous because all Russell can get is his friend Mark, who is probably going to be going to jail soon. So, oh yeah, and Mrs. KFARR drank today, first time in 8.5 years.
Really?
Yeah, but can we call it drinking? What Mrs. KFARR put in chat? What you drank? I wouldn't consider it drinking. I would consider.
What was it?
What? Oh my God! What are they called?
I forgot to take my contact lens out. So.
Those stupid drinks.
Now I can see.
I was gonna say, well, now you can hear because you took your contact.
No, I can't see. I can't see the screens with my contact in. Sorry.
What are those drinks called? They're normally in the giant bucket, for like 10 for $10 at like Kroger. She's gonna say
like the ball, the little like.
No, those are gross. But Costco sells a giant buzz ball that's like this big.
Really?
Seagrams. That's what she was drinking.
That's drinking.
Is it though? I took a drink and didn't even know there was any alcohol in it.
Mrs. KFARR and I are going to have a drink together at Patriot Jam. I guarantee it. I will peer pressure you, Mrs. KFARR. You just wait. So KFARR and I are pretending to be members of the press today.
We have press passes, which is more than like 99% of frauditors. Honestly, Georgia Transparency, what are you doing in our chat right now? Like, for real.
He's trying to find out.
You could be out like actually doing this.
Yeah, like for real, Georgia Transparency. I was out in the area that I live in. I don't live in an actual town. I live in an unincorporated part of Georgia, but I went to a nearby town that was having one of these things, and just go out there and film. Everybody was happy to be on camera. It was great. So I don't know. I think he's more in South Georgia, so I don't know if you can go to Atlanta, but Macon might have one. Columbus might have one. I'm not sure where he is exactly.
Yeah, the one that was down the street from us, they didn't go in the street.
Yeah.
And I think Mrs. KFARR said there may have been an issue with somebody, one or two people, but from the videos that I watched, it seemed like nothing.
I will answer that question. Yeah, I thought you were gonna. I thought we agreed you were gonna go.
I talked to Blue Bacon.
Yeah,
and then I decided against it. He went and covered some of the nonsense where he lives and like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And he wore like a high vis vest, did the whole press thing.
Yeah.
And the protesters were mad because he was press, but wasn't like recording everything. And he was like writing some stuff down sometimes.
No, you can't
So
go as
it's like-
press. You have to disguise yourself as one of them.
Oh no,
That's what
I'm
you gotta do.
well, I also got somebody who will go unnamed in that same Discord chat
Mhm.
suggested I buy a furry outfit
No, don't go that far.
and then do it that way. It would have been great.
I wore my Gulf of Mexico t-shirt, and that was about it. That was my disguise. When I went down to the Roe versus Wade rally in Atlanta, I actually got decked out with my rainbow socks and my overalls. It was great. Fit right in. So Dawn Curtis asks if I support this president. Dawn, yes and no. I did. And now he's walking a lot of stuff back. I don't like it. So I don't think I support any politicians.
So I'm going to say
fair.
this.
I don't
I'm going to
support
put it
any
like
of them.
this. I'm going to put it like this. I support every president because if not, the country goes to shit, and that's no fun for a bunch of people.
True.
So I in theory support every president, whether I
Yeah.
actually like them or not, because if they do so poorly, it'll just make everything super shitty, and I don't like that. I enjoy living in America for a reason.
KFARR is not black pilled, not as much as I am. I think we should burn it all down and start over. But
I just
who am I?
all I have to do is dye my hair blue and my beard pink. I don't think Mrs. KFARR would allow me to do that.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Hat. Oh, it's a pen. I'm being very protective over my pen now. It was in my notebook that I like write Supreme Court decisions and shit like that down.
Yeah.
And then magically it was in there for 5 years. And then I went into the garage to clean it out with Mrs. KFARR, and it was laying on the garage floor. How it got from down here to out there.
Yeah.
Politics are a no-no. We're going to try to. I mean, I don't
on
think
KFAR's channel, not on my channel. You can talk about whatever you want on my channel.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think watching protests / riots are that political.
Here's what I have to
think
say.
It's just like jobless behavior.
I have a crime channel, and a lot of crimes have been committed in the last week. So we're going to watch some of them. Here's what I was going to say. If you want to just keep track, like if you find somebody or a good video or whatever, or Twitter or a YouTube or whatever that's live right now, put it in the private chat, and I'll go through these videos until you send me something to pull up. Even if it's just a Twitter handle or something, I can find it on the fly. But I don't think I'm very talented. I'm not that talented. I don't think I can do two things at once. Plots. Nobody wants to see that, Ava. As always, if you donate at all to either of our channels while we're live, the doggos get a treat. And I don't know about KFARR, but I have a brand new bottle of Havana Club that I will open if anybody donates $20 or more.
I already have a shot poured because reasons.
He's expecting a $20.
That's how I roll around here.
He's like, I don't care if somebody donates. I'm drinking it anyway.
Yeah, more than likely. I was kind of tired, so I broke out the energy drink first. There's only one left. So that's exciting.
Coffee. I have coffee that I made this morning, forgot about, then stuck in the fridge. And I was going to make an iced coffee before we went down to the protest, and then forgot it. And I remembered it now. So I have cold coffee that I made this morning. Delicious, by the way. All right. So like I said, this is not necessarily from today. This is within I think it's the last 5 days this has been going on.
Yeah, it's not today, but it's the same.
The same protest.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Even when I didn't have a job, I was too busy to try to. Yeah, that's accurate. You were too busy trying to get laid for most of the political nonsense. That's fair. That's fair.
I'll get the Discord pulled up too. So if anybody in the audience has something that's happening live right now, send it to me on Discord, as Weapons just did. Let's start the first video. This one says, LA riots. Cops and protesters face off as Trump sends National Guard.
So Dawn brings up a great point. Protests are what change unfair practices.
Yes. Yeah.
If done correctly, yes. But the violence is what puts. There was a clip. I don't can't remember where it was off the top of my head. It was probably on an Asmongold video. It was two. You're going to look at their. If you looked at them, you'd go, "Oh, those are definitely Karens." It was like a tall, skinny white guy and like a, typical Karen, and they were yelling at a black woman who was trying to get through the crowd so that she could go to work.
I can find that exact video if you don't want to spoil it. I know exactly who posted that. Savannah Hernandez posted it, and I actually met Savannah Hernandez.
And it's just like, that's not how you get the public on your side.
Yeah. I met Savannah Hernandez at a party at Lauren Witzke's house in Florida last year before last. I'm not sure, but she's a pretty cool chick in real life. So, I know we follow each other on Twitter, so I can pull it up real quick. All right. So this is the first video. Let's go. Right.
Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out. Watch out.
This is not peaceful. Literal fires just burning in the street. And they're like, oh no, we're just protesting. That's not just protesting.
A lot of those were the police like throwing flashbangs and stuff into near the cars. But the cops aren't going around going, yeah, I'm going to light this shit on fire.
Yeah, well, the other thing is there was also protesters shooting fireworks at the police. So fight fire with fire.
I wish I would have, I've been watching so many of these over the last couple days.
Yeah.
Where they were at the gate to one of the offices. And there was a bunch of ICE dudes fully geared up. And they were just holding the gate closed. It wasn't actually closed. They were holding the gate closed. And they were throwing shit into the gate, breaking glass bottles on the gate, throwing random liquids through the gate. But again, the gate wasn't closed. They were holding the gate closed. So once enough people close enough that were doing it, they just went, and then they all just ran out and grabbed them. And the fat guys in the crowd moved with a quickness when they realized the gate was opening.
I bet.
And also, I want to point out, because there's undoubtedly going to be somebody in the chat after the fact, or a chatter, while we're doing this. The difference between what's happening now and I know they're going to be like, oh, this looks like a dictatorship, blah, blah, blah. You notice how they weren't using live ammunition?
No, it was all less than lethal.
Less than lethal. It's you guys should stop doing what you're doing. Okay, thanks. Not never do this again. Your life is over.
Exactly. So this is one of my favorite channels that does the on the ground BG on the scene. He actually testified at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial because he's the one that took the very famous footage that you've all seen of the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. So this is an Apple store in downtown Los Angeles. Here's the issue. When you do this to your stores in your neighborhood, these stores will no longer exist in your neighborhood. I kind of wish I had my footage from today pulled up so we can go back and forth and see the juxtaposition between a protest and a riot. Yes.
So I just want, because I watched this a few times. It was the what is it called when a grocery store leaves an area and it leaves that area with no way to get
food desert.
Yeah. And it's just well, you've broke into the store and robbed it 6 times. And 15 of you regularly steal from it every day.
More
So
than
they
15.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then they left. And now you guys are mad that they left because you guys were literally stealing from them.
Exactly. I'm going to give my dog some treats, even though nobody donated yet, because Zena's over here snoring and I got to wake her up.
This is going to be an Apple Store desert soon.
Yeah.
I watched another one where they stole a bunch of phones. So Apple knew which phones they stole. So they just made it so the alarm just wouldn't turn
I
off.
have that video queued up
And
next.
It's
Right
just
after
like,
this one.
perfect.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how dumb you have to be to not understand that you cannot steal an Apple product and then just use it as your own. That's not how the security on Apple products work, ever.
Yeah, like if you have an Apple anything, you have to like register it and then all this stuff. And then it's just like, you don't think they wrote down the serial number for the display phone?
Exactly. I don't own any Apple products, so y'all can steal my phone. Here's the thing, they say they sell them, but they sell them to people who will never be able to turn them on and use them as a phone.
I'm going to point
selling
this out.
paperweights?
It's the same people who buy them are the same people who buy sovereign citizen scripts.
Yeah.
Really, really, really dumb people.
Yeah.
So Seven Cities Kid, I was talking to Mrs. KFARR while she was watching the actual, the actual like parade.
Yeah.
And she kept getting upset because she was trying to watch the parade because they were going through like the history of the Army and like what war like the Army did in that war. Yeah. And they kept cutting to like random people throwing shit at the police. And it's just like ABC News. I don't care. Like, I don't care. If I wanted to watch it, I would go and watch that.
And watch that. Yeah.
And also, I want to point out that these people don't give two shits about the cause for the protest.
They don't even probably know what it's about.
They saw the police. They saw the police going this way, and they're like, Apple Store.
Did have a couple of people today that I filmed. Like I'm knee deep in an immigration protest, and there's people like running through with Palestinian flags yelling "Free Palestine." I'm like, dude, you're the wrong protest. This is not the correct protest. You're the wrong one. Thank you very much for becoming a new member. Well, I'm glad I impressed you enough that you would want to become a member. I will definitely give the dogs treats for that. That deserves for them to wake up for a second. Dexter, wake up. What are you doing?
He's actually chilling. It's that pink blanket.
Xena actually caught
he loves that pink blanket.
Let's see if Ava can catch two. 2 catches for you, Durfwood. 2. I can't believe it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel.
I know it sounds so harsh, but I really wish a riot took place in DC and they tried to like interrupt the Army parade.
So
that the Army could have just absolutely just started cracking Karens in half.
Yeah. I was watching, a friend of mine was live from the one in Nashville, and it was very peaceful, and the one that I was at was very peaceful. So I don't know if anything happened today.
Like I live in a larger, I think you could technically call my city larger. Like I said, I think they had 2. They had one downtown and one like in the outskirts, like at 2 different times.
Yeah.
And like I said, for the most part, it was peaceful-ish, but that's not what ruins it for everyone. This is what ruins it for everyone.
Yeah, right here.
Like, you just randomly kicked a hole in the window of the Apple Store. Why?
I love that our producer Weapons is just giving me stuff in real time. By the way, that one that you sent me, I actually watched that earlier, Weapons, and I'm not going to show somebody else's content like that. So, but I appreciate it. And then, so they stole all the stuff from the Apple store, and what happens? This. Just phones. Laying on the ground, alarms going off. So don't steal phones from the Apple store. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, watching them all steal the phones and then all of them going off at the same time.
Also, MB, we're not showing the peaceful ones because we cover crime.
Yeah.
And let's be real, if it's peaceful, there's not much, by nature, if it's peaceful, there's not much crime going on.
No, go to my latest live stream before this one. I don't even know how long I was out there. It felt like forever because it was 100 degrees.
If I would have known,
but there's lots of peaceful protests.
Yeah, if I would have known this one was going to go that way, I think Mrs. KFARR would have been more comfortable with me going out there and recording it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of easy to pick out, seeing as how I would have been in cowboy boots, this hat, this press pass, and a phone just silently standing there.
Yeah, you gotta disguise yourself, man. What are you doing?
I can't. I have too much self-respect. I can't.
And of course, what kind of riot would it be if we weren't looting the urban gear store, urban clothing store? This is the
Russian mobsters. The Russian mobsters are going to be pissed.
Speaking of Russian mobsters, I have an entire Adidas tracksuit. That's what I should have worn for the stream today. My Russian tracksuit.
Like, I almost said something wildly inappropriate.
That's allowed.
Another Lost Soul has a great question.
Oh. Excuse me. I don't know exactly how that played out. I saw it this morning when I was sipping my coffee when I first woke up, and at that point the area was on lockdown. Holy cow, look at all that stuff that guy has.
Let's just say that's not his first time.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. So 2 people were dead, and the whole area around, I think, a golf course was on lockdown. That's
it was like
all I saw. 2
politicians got shot and killed. A politician and his wife, or it was a combination of those 4 things. I think one couple died and one couple got shot but lived, and it was like a guy that Tim Walz appointed to some governor board or position that I believe they were telling me in chat that it went away in 2013.
And today, he decided to start.
Yeah.
Wow. Did they catch the guy?
They know who it is, but I don't know if they caught him yet.
They didn't get him yet? Okay.
A Russian tuxedo. And Jonathan, so my laptop is fine if I'm just here. If I'm not, my laptop doesn't like it when I'm trying to stream the actual live stream and play videos at the same time.
So, in other words, KFARR needs me more than I need KFARR.
Yes.
KFARR just needs my setup.
It makes a mean video, but it cannot stream to save its life.
Yeah. This guy's going back for seconds. Did you see that one in the white pants? Wow.
It's crazy that these people are so ballsy. They didn't open the door. They ripped it down like it was a damn drawbridge.
You know what video I did not pull up, which I should have because I just thought of it? Did you see the one where they were coming out of some store and the cops were arriving and they just clotheslined that guy? No. There was like a bunch of them coming out of the store with arms to this stuff. I'll see if I can find it. I will see if I can find it. It was pretty hilarious. Let's do that on this one.
Yeah, they ripped that door straight down.
Mm-hmm.
So disgusting.
I keep forgetting that this is around my neck.
You know what these people could be doing?
Filling out job applications?
They could be at work.
Yeah.
What does robbing stores have to do with ICE? Absolutely nothing.
You know what's hilarious? You know how they always put just like the left shoe out for display? They're all still there. All of them. Everything else in that entire store, gone. I'm surprised that TV is still on the wall.
David, it's not from today, but it's from the LA nonsense going on.
It's from this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that board is going to hold everybody out.
No, there's like one tennis skirt left and all of the left shoes. That's
People
it.
Wonder why prices are so high. Yeah, and I want to say absolutely crazy things should happen to these people because that's just me going, oh, I'm not a criminal. So, Oh, no. Yeah, I totally have hair. I have like a whole ass head of hair.
Uh-oh.
I just keep it under a hat.
No, this is not from today. We've said that over and over again. We have other stuff coming in from today, but the today is still happening. And this is all the same protest. It started a few days ago. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you've been around the last few days. Oh, I forgot I was looking for... Is this the one? Yeah, I think that's the one.
My phone is not happy. Holy shit, do you see that child officer? He's got to ride along. Holy crap. And you know that's not what the neighborhood wanted.
He does look like a child. Look at this officer.
When they were going from like the street to the door, they were at a different angle, and all I saw was his head on the guy's uniform. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Turns out it's a very small human.
Jonathan, did you send that email just now? I'll pull up my email. I'll check. Oh, the store manager's like, what do I do now?
I lost all of my inventory. From jobless behavior. David, see, this is why I said what I said earlier. Because David made the comment. And just like that, the Adidas store, closed down and never reopened.
Like, David, do you really think that the United States hasn't had military parades before? It's not just a strictly North Korean thing. Like, what are you talking about?
It's the 250th birthday of the United States military.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
And then, like I was saying earlier, the parade, they're literally going through the historical significant things that the United States Army did from the beginning until yesterday.
That's a good question. Did you watch serious, honest, legitimate question, David? Did you watch the parade today? Did you watch the history that they were going through and all of that, and the historical value of what was done in DC today? I'm curious if you even watched it at all. Okay, so this is the video I was talking about. I don't know what this... Okay, this is a news conference, but it shows that video I was talking about at the beginning of this. This is
which one?
Wonderful. Where the cops, all these people are coming out of the store with arms full of stuff when the cops show up. Watch this. David, this is great.
how is the 250th birthday of the United States Army tacky? And then going through the history of the United States
I
Army,
mean, it's
which
also
normal brain dead people probably don't know because, again, they're brain dead.
it's also about to be the 250th anniversary of the Navy and the Marines. So I'm kind of hoping we do this 2 more times this year. Watch the top. Got him. All right, this goes into like a news conference and stuff. I just wanted to show you that.
And I hate her too. She reminds me of a gremlin. She reminds me of that Chicago
Beetlejuice.
the mayor. Yeah.
Yeah. Who says this is an ICE protest? What do you mean? Like what we're showing now?
So that's what the whole thing is over. That started like at the beginning of the week.
I will tell you who says it's an ICE protest. All of the people that I filmed today with signs that had anti-ICE stuff on them.
And honestly,
stuff that it's the same thing.
I want to tell you guys something. If you, Lightfoot, like Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah, Lori Lightfoot.
Jesus. Did you see what she used to look like before she took office?
Like I think I probably have. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just like, what happened? Like, what happened? I want you guys to know. This is what you should do. Chat, you should be 100% with me. What we should be talking about abolishing is the ATF. Okay? Not ICE, the ATF. Down with the ATF. You heard it here, 170th. Down with the ATF.
I don't know which. I don't have a new email from Jonathan. I'll have to dig through my emails and see. So we'll just explain. What do you think about the military going in, KFARR?
Are they actually the military or are they just...
This is National Guard and the Marines are also in LA right now.
It's not like we haven't ever brought these people in.
No, in 1992, the Marines were called in 1992 as well.
See, Mr. Zed's with me. Mr. Zed's with me. The ATF is more crooked than the FBI.
True. The ATF kills more dogs than the police department I cover on my channel the other day. I'll tell you that much.
I was just about to say that. Yes, I'm going full Brandon Herrera. Yes.
Chat, let me know what you think about them having the military go in to restore peace.
McStud right there with the red glasses on. He's like, I'm going to be different. I think it's funny, though, that I guess it's never been a thing that I even thought about because
I hit the wrong button. Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to protest anything because it screams jobless behavior to protest about nonsense. But like, what is the police budget for tactical paintball guns that shoot pepper balls? Like, I never, until they opened up the door and like every single person had like a paintball gun, and I was like, yes, we need the rooftop Koreans.
I was just highlighting that comment.
We need them to dust off their antique weapons and man their rooftops.
So weapons, I know it's legal. I'm just wondering how people feel about it. I didn't say I didn't think it was illegal.
Yeah, like it's really literally not that hard to protest and not fuck it up.
It's literally people waving foreign flags and firing projectiles, whether it be rocks or fireworks or whatever it is they can get their hands on at Americans. So why wouldn't the military go in?
Again, me and Mrs. KFARR have talked about this since the beginning of time. Yeah. Things that I hate are people blocking the roads and highways when people have, like, I don't know, to go pick up their kids, or ambulances have to get by, or they have to go to work. and you're blocking the highway because Mafifi's like, well, what are you doing?
I'm glad that you said that because I forgot to pull up Savannah's Twitter, and I said I was going to. Let's watch this idiot drive her motorcycle through a police line and then jump off of it and put her hands up like she did nothing wrong. It's weird behavior.
Is she stupid?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at her jump up and put her hands up. Like, I'm being peaceful. I'm peaceful. Don't hurt me.
That's like the equivalent of
Wow.
what's it called?
Hands up, don't shoot.
Sit here.
No. Like the frauditors.
Turn down.
Like the frauditors when they do all of the bad things and then they're like, oh, I was leaving. And it's just like,
Yeah, I was just leaving. What are you talking about? Ooh, that was too short. I didn't even get to the share this instead. This is that bridge that this was crazy. I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how the police got trapped under a bridge, but they did, and we're going to watch it. So I think they were maybe using this area as a staging area. I'm not sure, but there's a bunch of cop cars stuck under a bridge, literally under attack. Literally under attack. Like, some of these officers took bricks to the head. Thank God they were wearing a helmet at the time.
And every single one of the rioters should be charged with attempted murder.
That's what I was thinking. Like attempted murder, right? If you throw a brick at somebody's head from an overpass, if you throw a brick from an overpass, period, it should be attempted murder. There's cases, I don't know if I covered on my channel, but there are cases where people have died because kids are throwing rocks from overpasses. So yeah, throwing bricks from an overpass should be jail time immediately.
1,000%. Prison.
Yeah. This is not a protest. This is a riot.
I mean, like, okay, so Barry G, I read your comment earlier, and you said cops are the ones rioting. Does it look like the cops are rioting right now?
The cops wouldn't even be there if there weren't literal riots going on. They would be like, I don't know, solving a murder, stopping a finding a rapist. I don't know what cops do. Writing speeding tickets, probably, right? Do you think they would be here in riot gear if there wasn't a riot going on?
Riot gear's hot. Ain't nobody trying to wear that.
I've never experienced riot gear, so.
Barry G,
propaganda against American citizens.
Okay, Barry G, we're literally watching right now. We're literally watching right now. There is no politics going on right now. It's literally random criminals trying to murder police officers.
Yeah.
Point blank, full stop. That's what we're watching right now.
Like, Barry, are you new here? I'm curious. I don't remember seeing your name before. I'm curious if you're new here. Yeah, this is nuts. Exactly, man. Like, exactly. This is crazy behavior. And Barry's
What's-
over here in the chat thinking the people we're looking at that are stuck under a bridge having their lives threatened. Those are the bad guys. Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to point this out too. Jonathan makes a great point. Look at all the money lost. The thing is, more than likely, these rioters don't live in LA.
They might.
And
They might live in LA.
The citizens of LA are all now on the hook for all of this damage.
Apparently, I'm supposed to give the dog some more treats. I thought I had given out all the treats that I needed to, but we'll do it again. That's fine. They can have treats. They can have treats. If you plots, you can have treats. Mr. Zed escaped from the basement to tell me that, so I'll give them good treats. How about that?
It just seems like a super there's no gray area in this, to me anyway. It seems pretty simple. And then to go to this whole highway thing.
Yeah.
If you block the highway and prevent people from leaving, you are kidnapping them. You are holding them against their will. Right to jail.
And you're attempting to murder them as well.
Right to jail.
Here's another angle of that. I'm thankful for the quality footage. Yeah, this one kind of cracked me up. It's only 20 seconds long, but they're trying to use a leaf blower to blow the tear gas back. And I think this is more than tear gas, but to try to blow it back at the cops with an electric.
Richard, did the criminals bring their own rocks? Where did they get them from? Well, if it was in Michigan, our highways are falling apart.
I was going to say there's videos of them with hammers breaking up the curbs and the sidewalks to get the projectiles to throw at the police. So, and sometimes pallets of bricks get dropped off. I haven't seen it yet this year, but I saw it in 2020. What are you doing? What are you doing with that?
Go give your dad back his leaf blower.
What are you doing with the leaf blower guy? What do you think is going to happen?
You know that guy crawled out of his mother's basement, stole his stepdad's leaf blower. Go give him. He's doing yard work right now. Go give it back. And yes, this is what I was talking about. This is the one that made me angry. Because who are these two people on the left? Who are they to tell this lady a damn thing?
They're her saviors, obviously.
Yes.
They know what's best for her. She's not smart enough to know what's best for her. So they're going to tell her what's best for her. Let's watch.
I have a kid. If I don't, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? I lose my job.
Look at this.
Then what happens to my kids? I can't help you. But you can if you could just move out the way.
You're not going to.
How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I can't.
So you don't
Jobless
care about stopping
behavior.
black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Kidnapping.
I have a kid. If I don't, and
Kidnapping. This woman has somewhere to go, and she's being prevented from leaving. These two, this smug face, they're kidnapping these people.
He has a very punchable face. It should be socially acceptable to just keep your car moving.
Yep.
I'm saying,
It is.
I have a green light.
Florida.
I have a green light. Sorry. Bye.
I should pull up the clip of DeSantis saying, "Hey, if they surround your car, feel free to hit the gas." All right.
And that should be 1000% the right thing
everywhere, but it's not. But I'll tell you something though. If
Barry's back under a sock account, the cops show up, create a riot, and then you show the after effects. No, what we watched was cops arresting people, randos who have nothing to do with the situation, attacking the police, and then more police show up.
I'm
That's
curious, Barry. What did somebody ban Barry?
I
Is
think
that why he has a
Barry's
second?
upset. Punchable face. Okay, KFARR, you in what step? I'm 5'10", bro. Like I'm above average height for a male in America.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Barry, have you been to the? Barry seems like maybe he's one of the looters. He's defending the looters. Why are you defending the looters, Barry? Do you have something you need to tell us?
I'm just so confused. I'm like, you mean you saw cops creating? I saw police arresting criminals and randos attacking the cops.
Bandit, I see your comment. I'm giggling inside, but I can't highlight it. I don't even remember what this one is. But these videos are all so short that we're already halfway through, so we got to figure something out. I got to check the Jonathan, let me know in the chat, is what you sent me have to do with the subject we're talking about today, or is it for like a booze and body cams next week? Let me know that before I go digging through emails.
So the people actively
I am aware we're going to have trolls, but they should also be aware that we're going to troll back. I did have somebody in my chat today. When I was at the protest today, I did have, I don't remember who it was, maybe whoever it is here right now, saying that they don't think it should be legal to burn the American flag or have, there was a bunch of, they weren't burning flags at the protest I was at, but they had them like upside down and stuff, and they thought that should be illegal, but I don't think so. I think that's freedom of speech.
Do I think it's stupid and shows that you have a low IQ? 1000%.
Yeah.
But I can't say it's illegal.
No.
Especially when you're wearing a homemade Spider-Man fucking mask you made out of a shirt sleeve.
Yeah.
Like these are the people that get where is it? Honey when they attack. Let me see here. Honey when they attack protesters while on horseback, who's riding? These are the people that they're pushing through with horses. These are riders. Yeah. It's like we're watching something and Barry's watching something else.
Yeah. I'm curious why Barry had to come back with a sock account, though. Oh, well, he's your chat. So I was thinking one of my, sorry, I was confused. I thought he was in my chat and one of my people, like, put him in timeout or something. Like, he didn't break any of the rules, so he can stay. But, whatever. Your chat can do what your chat does.
Oh, they got an umbrella to try to block the pepper spray.
It's better than a leaf blower.
That's wild. Yeah, I imagine that would be much more effective, actually.
Yeah.
Barry, Barry, it seems like you specialize in fetal alcohol syndrome. Like, I'm so confused.
Is this one? Did we just watch this one? I'm so confused. I think this is... I got confused. We did just watch that one. Okay, so this one is in Chicago. So it's not just LA. I think all of the ones we just watched...
Is it in Chicago? Oh, that one. I was about to say the other one's in Spokane, Washington.
No, yeah, that was Spokane. This is Chicago.
I would just like to raise my hand real quick and address why do you hate freedom of speech so much? I must have missed when firebombing private vehicles and looting private businesses and trying to murder police. I must have missed when that was freedom of speech.
Barry, did you not just hear us both agree that we think burning the American flag and flying it upside down should be protected as freedom, as it is protected, and we don't have a problem with that? Did you not hear me say that I was at a protest? I don't even know how many people were there. I can't math.
7 cities
where everyone was peaceful, and I was very happy to be there. And even though I don't believe what they believe, I support the right to be. Did you miss that part? Did you miss that? Maybe rewind and watch from the beginning.
The thin blue line flag is not against the flag code. Like me and several other people have done videos breaking down why that's factually inaccurate. But hey.
Barry, why do you hate Law and Order?
Why, Barry? Why?
Yeah. All right. So this one, the reason why we're starting in the middle of it is because it's just this guy riding his motorcycle too. What?
Go back. Was that a 4-wheeler? Is he riding with the ghost of DMX? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing?
I guess.
DMX, is that you?
But the beginning of this is just him going to the riot, so we'll start when he actually starts to get there. Which is about here. This is Chicago.
Of the street on Michigan Avenue. As you can see ahead of us, this is the mayor's way of trying to slow traffic in the downtown with all the protests going on right now. She lifted up all the bridges and has salt trucks.
They have a new mayor in Chicago now, don't they?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do, but he's not.
He's a guy now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even
out in front of them.
Yeah. This, by the way, this video is so nostalgic to me. Not that I used to riot in Chicago, but this is where I'm from, and I know this area well.
So I don't try to jump it like a ramp. Look at every bridge out here coming up on like a roadblock or something like that. In the middle of Wacker. Here we are in Wacker and State, some of the two biggest streets here in Chicago, and it's absolutely closed down.
This is journalism.
Graffiti.
Yes.
Black Lives Matter, spray painted all over East Wacker. Absolutely insane.
That's Wacker.
All these windows are shattered on the Fifth Third Bank.
Like, this is destruction. Yeah, this may have been a Barry, I'm talking to you, Barry. This may have started off as a peaceful protest. However, at this point, it's not. There's property damage. Do you see the property damage, Barry? Who do you think pays for the property damage, Barry? What do you think happens, Barry? Who pays for that, Barry?
Isn't that like a newspaper thing?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything going on right now?
Nothing. It wasn't like one of the major newspapers. It wasn't like the Chicago Tribune or the Chicago Sun-Times. That's like one of those free newspaper boxes. Like where they put out the free whatever. So I don't know what they did to you. It's free journalism. It's free. This might even be one of those. There's a newspaper in Chicago where the homeless population write it and give it out for free for donations. Like, and it's like a really good program that they have. Streetwise, I think it's called. This may have been, I can't tell which one it is, but this may have been one of those. What are you doing?
I just want to let people know. Putting graffiti on Fifth Third Bank solves nothing, and it just brings down your property value. First off.
No. And it makes sure your fees for your banking go up because the Fifth Third has to pay to have that removed.
It's just so crazy that they're so low IQ they can't understand that.
Yeah.
The Fifth Third Bank.
And again, this isn't even a political thing. This is just a common sense thing.
Yeah. Like you're graffitiing on a police vehicle. Guess who pays for that? Not Barry, because he probably doesn't have a job, so he probably doesn't pay taxes. All of us are going to have to pay for that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to turn it down so we can talk over it.
Thanks, brother.
I like what this guy's doing.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot believe this is going on in America's third largest city. More stuff shattered. The 7-Eleven's getting looted right now.
And this is just a no bias, him just driving around.
A dude on a bike.
And who's looting a fucking 7-Eleven? Are you really that hard up for taquitos?
Do you want me to describe the people group that's looting the 7-Eleven?
Yeah. I mean, this...
Lots of spray paint over everything.
This is the definition of true crime.
Like literal death threats written on a dumpster here. Literal death threats. That is a call to action, by the way. That's this right here, not protected under the freedom of speech. This is a call to action. You can't do that. Every single right has its limitations. Barry.
Oh. Look at Starbucks, man. Literally feel like I'm like in the apocalypse right now. I have the Amazon store over here.
I'm looking for your email, Jonathan.
I really have no words for this. Really have no words for this.
I see those super chats. Give me a second. I'm looking for Jonathan's email. I don't know. People email me a lot, Jonathan. I don't see it.
Yeah, like, that's not a protest. That is a burned out car.
I'm all the way back to June 3rd, Jonathan. I don't see
I
it.
gotta say, guys, I was not expecting this. This is absolutely insane.
Oh, it's right here. I see it.
It looks like the crowds have already been over
Okay,
to this
I think-
part of Whacker. There's
Whacker.
Trump Tower.
He's back on Whacker.
I think what Jonathan sent is just for booze and body cams, so it's not for today. All right, we have some stuff to get you. That let's pause this for a second. Thank you very, very much for becoming a member, Average Peeps. You're awesome, Average Peeps. I'm glad to have you around. We will be back. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern, and KFARR and I will be back together here Wednesday at 8.
Dev Null, what are you talking about? Saw the manifesto, aka 3M sticky notes. What are we talking about? Did I not see the chat move while I was looking at my phone?
I don't know what's going on.
What are we talking about?
I usually don't.
I mean, much love to the innocent businesses. Yeah, that's just like, again, if you were going to, like what happened around my house, there were several videos. They were lined up. It was an intersection. They lined up this way and they lined up this way.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was blocking the road. They were holding up signs. The Costco didn't get looted. The TJ Maxx didn't get looted. The Taco Bell didn't get looted, no matter how much Russell tried. That's how you protest. Anytime you have a random guy driving around and there's a burned out SUV here.
By the way,
stores are looted. Like, come on.
Apparently, there's something about tacos that Trump said or did or something like that. And I had no idea, but I did. We'll get to this. I actually just found the spot in the live stream where I talked to this guy.
Average Peeps became a member on my channel. There you go, Dexter.
Nice.
Minnesota Shooter had a stack of No King stickies. Hey, I can't control what Democrats do with their day, you know. He was like, I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be political, but he was a Tim Walz appointee. Actually, you know what? Let me read it off of what his thing said, because I got a chuckle out of it.
All right. We can get back to that video in a second.
It said, let me go to the right group chat here. Tim Walz, notice of appointee to Vance, whatever, because of the special trust and confidence I have in your integrity, judgment, and ability. I have appointed and commissioned you to hold the office of Governor's Workforce Development Board member. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. That's what.
I have not looked into this. I was out all day, and then we went out to dinner.
I have a funny group of friends who likes to send me things periodically.
All right, let's go back to Chicago, see what's happening. Don't forget, we're drinking. It's Saturday. We're drinking tonight. So
can I point out that Trump Tower in Chicago? Nobody's there.
Not touched.
Nobody's out there protesting outside there.
Yeah, you would think that's where they would have started their protest.
I didn't know there was a Trump Tower in Chicago because Chicago's not exactly the place to be for me.
There wasn't one when I lived there. It's new.
I would expect them to be there and not. You don't loot a Starbucks. You just break the windows. What are you going to steal? Dry coffee? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like.
It's just destruction.
Yeah, you're just breaking things to break things.
Yeah. Like a kid throwing a temper tantrum.
David, did you not just, are you not watching the same tour of Chicago that we're watching? Like he's
David,
not.
Stop for a second. Just stop, David. We both said during the stream on more than one occasion that the correct way to protest is what happened today. What we're watching here is not protest. This is riot. We're not portraying the people who were protesting today as rioters. That's just, you're the liar, David.
I take it
if
back.
You're saying that that's what we're saying, you're the liar.
I take it back. You could steal some mugs from Starbucks. That's my bad. Thank you for pointing that out. You in chat, thank you for pointing that out. You can steal mugs from Starbucks.
I have pulled up for after this video a little portion of what I filmed today, and I had a very nice conversation with a gentleman during the peaceful protest, and we'll play that part because I didn't know what the taco thing was, and I'm like, what do you mean you're against tacos? What does your sign mean, sir? I don't get it.
Huh? I'm going that way. Beautiful city, just fucking destroyed, man. It's insane to see this in my city. And you gotta be kidding me. I just found a pack of guys. Was not planning on linking up with anyone.
My man's just like, we're riding now. Okay.
By the way, that road that he was just on is Lakeshore Drive. This is a beautiful drive. If you ever do go through Chicago, drive down Lakeshore Drive. It's gorgeous. The lake is on one side, the city's on the other. I'm feeling very homesick.
Easy, man. Look at that. Cops had his front window shield just blasted in. Holy crap, guys.
Catalytic converters.
We have more squad cars here on one of the emptier streets. Absolutely destroyed.
Who pays for that, Barry? Who pays for this?
Can we take a break for a second? Oh, go back, like just scroll back. I wonder if it'll pop back up. Or it might be one of the icon. Put your little cursor over the eye at the top of the screen. Oh no. It was like riding with my raccoon or something. That was like the video that popped up, and I was like, damn, this guy's got everything. Oh, and these cars are destroyed. There's probably multi-million dollars worth of damage.
Yeah.
Wow. How many laws is this biker breaking? Well, his words, it's like he's in the apocalypse. So are there even laws?
I was going to say, if we're going to go down, like, I think, yes, he gets a ticket for doing a wheelie. I think that's the only law I saw him break. Did you see him break any other laws?
Bobbing and weaving. But my thing is, David, what is more important? Him doing a wheelie on the street or burning an $80,000 SUV? Also, multiple $80,000 SUVs.
By the way, David, I also disavow him popping wheelies on Lakeshore Drive. Okay. Does that make you feel better? You feel all warm and cozy now?
Sovereign Citizen KFARR here. I don't think popping wheelies on the street should be illegal unless you do it unsafely.
Yeah, he seemed to be pretty safe, but it is a law. I think. Is it a law? I don't know. I don't ride a motorcycle.
Destroyed on the inside here. All of these cars are. More cop cars just destroyed, man. Holy crap.
Super chats are being blocked.
Oh my god, man.
Sorry.
Truly covering and living in history. Here's more of the protesters breaking in the zombies now. Now in between this film, the COVID-19 lockdown going on and people being inside for all this time, a lot of people have a lot of built up frustration and anger, not only just towards the police, but just to each other. Frustration. People lost their jobs recently. A lot of these businesses haven't been able to be open. There's so many things at play here that it's hard to even cover in this video. I'm not even going to talk about it. I really did just want to cover what's going on down here in my city.
He did run 47 miles.
I wonder what all these Ford Transit vans are. That makes you wonder with all the government plates. I wonder what that could be. My guy is on a horse. Holy crap, man.
Also, that's not against the law. You can ride your horse in the street in Chicago. So
wild.
Yeah.
I'm following a horse down Whacker. All types of bikes out here too.
You know the sad
I don't
part,
like getting surrounded by everybody like this.
I think most of these people, not most of them, a lot of these people, a big enough percentage to mention it, are just there because they think it's going to be a fun time. They want the adrenaline rush.
Well,
they don't give a crap.
Think some people just want to see it. It's like
That's
train.
why I was there. I went to the Free Palestine protest in Atlanta because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. I wanted to share it with you guys.
I think I told you, me and Mrs. KFARR drove past Free Palestine thing outside of a Jewish, whatever Jewish people.
You told me that offline. Yeah.
And there was like 5 of them, and they were there on an off day where like there was nobody of Jewish descent in the building, and it's just like,
it was not a Saturday.
Come on now, guys.
Okay, sorry. Let's do this. Let's watch the end of his. I like this guy's channel, by the way.
That's the Chicago Cowboy. That's a famous guy right there. He rides all through the South and West Side. I've seen this man before.
Reminds me of The Walking Dead.
How is Shane in our chat right now? Shane, I thought you were streaming right now. How are you in our chat?
Apparently they rated us. I think they rated us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hi, I missed it. There's a lot going on today. Everybody from Shane's chat, hello, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button while you're here. I'm so close to 6,000. So close. Please.
Yeah, we're watching riot and protest footage from recently.
Yes.
Holy shit, guys. I think I just heard gunshots back there. We gotta get the hell out of here. This is
it's Chicago.
Madness.
Of course you heard gunshots.
And there's DMX again.
Absolute madness.
I'll tell you what.
People are really kind of taking advantage.
When I lived in Chicago, I heard gunshots more than I hear living here, and it's legal to shoot guns here. So, I mean,
looks like people are trying to set these
when you're doing it safely. I live out in the country now, so people shoot guns around here.
Says a lot.
I thought that was Santa Claus. That's where I'm at today.
Anything. The only person in front of this line of cops is a nun. That being said, guys, I've heard enough loud bangs. The sun isn't even all the way down yet. Things down here are 100% going to get violent tonight. Really don't know how to feel.
Are
about
pavements
this
unsafe for
I
galloping?
have so many feelings in my city like that. It's hard to
I
explain.
don't think. Maybe I don't know. I don't have any horses. We should ask Chris Ryder.
We are living in history. I just hope all the communities that I ride through and friends that are down here protesting make it out of this safe. I hope all my friends from the military that are police and all police officers for that matter make it out of this safely. I hope all parties involved with this protest respect life.
I got a video. I watch you on YouTube.
Oh, you watch me on YouTube? I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Really hope I never have to do another vlog like that again in my life. Please leave down in the comments below what you guys think of that. If you agree, if you disagree. Definitely a sight I thought I would never see in my life. Is your least favorite motovlogger telling you guys to be safe, whether it's from the virus, your job loss, and now the rioting of your cities. I love you all. Please keep your heads up. I'm out. Peace.
People, we were saying that earlier. That it was peaceful. And as a matter of fact, I went down to one of the protests in the area that I live in, and I'm about to show you a little clip from there. Because it was peaceful and I quite enjoyed it. And I thought, is this the part where he's telling me about his sign? I think it is. What does your sign mean? What does your sign mean? What is that with the tacos? I don't understand.
Trump always chickens out.
Oh, okay.
When he back down, somebody came out on the news.
Here. By the way, the gentleman I talked to right before this was telling me that he saw like caravan buses, or like not like the nice buses parked, dropping people off in the Sam's Club parking lot down the road from here, because when I was walking around, I was saying, people in my chat were saying, oh, are these people paid or whatever? And I said, I don't think so. Although I have never seen this type of people around here. But then I was talking to a guy and he had a Burger King crown on, and the Burger King is in the Sam's Club parking lot, or like right by there. He said he saw the big like coach buses dropping people off in the Sam's Club parking lot. So I don't know what that's about, but I don't want to draw any conclusions. I'm just reporting what I heard. So this guy was walking with this sign. It says Vietnam veteran against clowns, kings, and taco. And I'm like, what? You're against tacos?
So I understand his acronym. I understand it, but it doesn't mesh with like the clowns, kings, and Trump always chickens out. Like that doesn't vibe with the clowns and kings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on. I got to pour a drink. Thanks, Dave, for that's in your channel 10. I'm opening a new bottle for
10
Dave.
gifted memberships, and I already had one pre-poured.
Brand new bottle.
Ooh.
By the way, if anybody supports us $20 or more,
KTZed will eat a duck foot or chicken.
I don't have any duck feet. Sorry, and I'm out of chicken hearts as well. So I have bananas.
It's
Dave,
not grammatically
cheers to you.
parallel. Exactly. What about burritos? Yeah, I thought he was like trying to come at Mexican people, and I'm just like, I was about to go Greta Thunberg or whatever. And be like, how dare you?
Who doesn't like tacos? What are you doing? So I'm gonna play this little clip of this peaceful protest. The title of my live stream is "How Protests Should Be: Peaceful Protest."
What does your sign mean?
I support every single person out here, by the way.
With the tacos, I don't understand.
Trump always chickens out.
Oh, okay.
When he backed down from China on his, somebody came out on the news with taco, and that stuck with him.
I was reading and I'm like, who doesn't like tacos?
Yeah, I heard the first day it came out, he can't stand the word taco.
Oh, okay. I'm streaming online right now. Is that okay with you? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I should have asked you before I started talking to you.
No problem.
How dare you ask him?
I believe in what I believe in, and I don't care who believes.
It's so nice to see how many peaceful, like, this is the way protests should be, right?
It is.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very peaceful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have a wonderful day,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thanks for talking to me.
By the way, really nice gentleman I spoke to today. And even in the moment, I said how much I liked it. So, what's his face? I forget who it was, telling me that I'm a liar and that we're trying to make all these peaceful protests look like rioters. That's the lie.
Can we just all agree? Can we just all get together and agree that if you're anti-taco, you should be deported? I think we can all agree on that. Oh, and Shane, I was gonna answer your question. If you stream at the same time as us,
it's
fine. Just another day. Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Shane.
Yeah, we didn't exactly.
Shane.
Oh yeah, I have to drink again.
Cheers. We need to get Shane on here again. Maybe not for the riot episode. Maybe for the next body cam episode.
He did it on my channel now.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me scroll.
Your boy's gonna sit there for that.
Hold on. Shane, I'm switching to a half a shot. I'm sorry. I have to press the buttons, you know. Cheers. Oh, Shane's trying to kill us tonight. Oh. Thank you, Shane.
Uncle Dan's vintage vinyl. Oh man, that hit not in a good way. He just said something.
Drunk.
He just said something that I wanted to parrot because it was something that I think I said earlier.
Yeah.
No, it's down further. I'm all for peaceful protests, no matter what side you're on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to that nice old gentleman. And
if you want to hold up a sign that says, I want the world to end, it deserves to burn. As long as you're doing it not in the middle of the highway, you do you.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Uncle Dan. Ava appreciates it. Xena over there, she likes it too. Dexter might even wake up for it. And Ava stole Xena's treat. What else is new? Xena, will you catch this one, please? Thank you. Thanks, Uncle Dan.
My bad.
Everybody needs an Uncle Dan, right?
I'm seeing 2 Dexters. We've got 10 gifted memberships.
Oh.
From Average Peeps.
Thank you.
And I believe it was. Oh God, I have to go back further for this.
There it is.
Truther TV said something about how much to. Where is it? How many memberships to get you to throw out your alcohol and never promote drinking again? I only drink on booze and body cam days.
Yeah, same. Cheers. You know what? I can message you offline and let you know how much it would cost for me to throw out all my alcohol. I almost said his real name. McConnell. McConnell. Oh. Cheers for the 10 gifted memberships, Average Peeps.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing, David.
My gosh. Legal fiction.
That's the thing, David. I'm not against people filming in public, but there are time, place, and manner restrictions to filming in public. And like KTZed just showed, there is a polite way to record people that isn't, you're not necessarily breaking the law. Even if you say F you, I'm still putting you on YouTube, but just some, common courtesy.
I spoke to the guy. I didn't point the camera in his face until I told him that we were live on YouTube. And then he said, that's fine. And I showed him for a second and he was fine.
I didn't even see his face, so it couldn't have been for very long.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He was a very kind elderly gentleman. And we found something to agree on and I complimented his sign. Cheers. We're going down to like mini shots now because legal fiction, you're trying to kill us. KFARR is still drinking the full ones, but he does not have to press the buttons.
No, I don't.
All right. This one is from Twitter, and I haven't previewed it, but it's only a minute long, so let's see what happens.
Bye, Shane. Oh my God. Why are people so ignorant? I
don't know.
It's only water. No, you're chucking a fucking water bottle at me.
Yeah, that's different. I don't think we watched this one yet.
Oh. Is this one recent? Oh no, never mind. Those are Mexican flags.
Yeah.
I get my Mexican flags and Palestinian flags confused sometimes. They're the same color.
Yeah, there was that. I don't know if I might have said this already. I'm kind of drunk, Shane, in legal fiction.
That's why I looked at it and I'm like, those are the wrong flags. And then I looked at this one to the far left and I'm like, no.
There was a couple of Palestinian like everybody was so peaceful today and it was very pleasant and nice. And it was Americans expressing their opinions. And then there was like a couple of Palestinian protesters just screaming and it was just, they were just in the wrong place.
Here's
you know what I mean?
Here's the problem that I find with have to breathe so I can do this because you guys did something I wasn't expecting. It's that they hit back to back to back to back. Was not expecting that.
It's the back to back that gets me.
most of these people, I've noticed it with the pro-Palestinian crowd, the pro-Ukraine crowd.
Mm-hmm.
These people could not pick either of those countries out on a map, but they are willing to try to murder the police.
Yeah.
For that cause. And it's just like, let's just take a geography class or two and then readdress this in a few years.
I can pick them out on a map, but geography is like my favorite subject. So
same. Barry G. Okay, so here's the problem that you're facing. That was from Turning Point USA.
Look at this. This is that guy that we watched in that Savannah Hernandez video. I was just scrolling Twitter and came across this.
Oh, good. Yeah. So that video that we just watched was from Turning Point USA. Did it show a thing happening that actually happened? Yes. So it doesn't matter the source if it showed what happened.
No, it was just there was no commentary, or I don't even think there was any words up on the screen.
It was just a video. It wasn't. Those are the kind of videos that I like, where it's make up your own opinion. This is what happened. Yeah. Here's the video. Enjoy.
This one is from the Associated Press. Are we going to condemn them too? Like what is your bar for a source? Like it's just showing what happened.
Now I have to do this. Now I have to find a map. Legal Fiction points out that, well, technically nobody can pick Palestine out on a map.
Oh, technically you're correct. Technically.
David, I literally, okay, yes, you're correct. It does not exist, but I can still point out where it is on a map.
Correct.
Yo Mama points out a very good point that I literally told Mrs. KFARR earlier today. I don't know if you want to read that.
The queers for Palestine kill me. Those people would be killed over there in a heartbeat, and yet that's who they choose to support in that war that's not theirs.
They would be a rooftop diver that day.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. I've seen a bunch of shirts at these protests.
Yeah.
Where they're pro so many things that don't jive with other things that they're pro.
Yeah, I have seen that too. I have seen that too. All right. So this says Los Angeles It's the rum.
Los Angeles protesters block off major freeway and vandalize self-driving cars.
Thank you.
So before, it turns out when I drink, I can read very well, which is
I go the opposite. It's the opposite for me.
So I did know that they were firebombing cars. Mm-hmm. I thought they were just empty cars, but it turns out they were self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Which makes them like super private property.
I saw people saying like, oh, but nobody was in there. So does it matter? If your car is parked in your driveway and somebody firebombs it, do you care?
Well, I do. It's
It's
kind of pointing out to your, what was it? I think it was last Booze and Body Cam when we were talking about catalytic converters.
Oh, yeah.
Where like, what's worse, taking out the catalytic converter from a fleet of cars or burning those cars to the ground?
It's the same thing.
It's just like those cars will never be used again. You cannot fix them. They are dead in the water. Oh. And in my head, self-driving cars probably have a bit of technology in them that makes them probably super expensive
and super explosive because they're electric. I think most the Waymo cars are electric vehicles. They're going to explode, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is how...
You see this area to the bottom left of the screen? If you want to go back like 3 frames. Like when you see the whole highway. There's an area down here to the bottom left that's like... It's not the highway, but it's close enough to the highway. If these people wanted to stay there all day and wave their flags and say down with ICE, Godspeed, I'll bring you... I'm a nice guy. I think I told this story to Mrs. KFARR.
Yeah.
There were some people holding the sign. I think it might have been pro-Palestine flags a while ago when the whole war over there started. They had their kids out. It was summertime. It was really fucking hot. I went to the store, bought them a 24 pack of water, dropped it off. I don't agree with your cause, but I don't want you to die. If they were literally standing in the grass next to like the stoplight. I don't care. Just give this to your kids so they don't die.
See, Alan, they have lithium batteries in there, and when they catch on fire, they explode. The batteries explode. And by the way, it also explodes into fires that cannot be put out until all of the...
I believe that's one of those ones where I forgot which type of what label it was in the Navy. That's one of those ones where you just push it off the flight deck into the ocean and call it a day.
You can't put it out until it burns.
That's why you don't keep it on the ship. You just go, have fun, ocean. You deal with it.
Yeah,
which is what we do with all of our garbage in the Navy. In case you guys didn't know,
that's not cool.
It's not cool. That's what we do. I was on watch many months on the back of the flight deck or back of the. God, why am I drawing a blank on what it's called? Anywho, you would just see bricked up, squished shit floating, or they would squish down all the pop cans and those would just go floating by in burlap sacks.
And I was in my head, I was blaming the piles of garbage floating in the Pacific Ocean on China. Apparently, it's the Navy.
Well, they are one of the leading people of the floating trash things, but we are the Navy. Ugh. I've seen people throw whole ass copy machines off the back of the ship.
Yep. PWL, are you a new face? I don't remember seeing you around here before, but thank you very much for being here and for the $50 super chat. So many bad memories of the 92 LA riots. Protests turned to selfish opportunists. I was there. Thanks for covering, but praying for peace to prevail. I also am. I was so pleased, PWL, to see the peaceful protests in my area today. And I said it probably 5 or 6 times during that stream of how happy I was to see all the people who were just peaceably assembling and having their message heard. Now, like I said, I don't agree with most of them, but we did find the ones I spoke to, I found common ground with. I complimented somebody had bling on their sign. It was very cute. You know, we can get along with each other. It's possible. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand today. You know, let's get some good treats.
Oh God. Oh, I have to touch the bag. This is going to be hard to do in my current state. I also wanted to point out, I was one.
KFARR's a baby. I was not in LA when that happened.
Me and that officer,
I remember.
that child one, the child officer.
Yes.
There you go. There's a duck foot that you're going to eat in 13 seconds. All right. I'm going to let you guys know when Dexter is done with the duck foot.
And he eats those so fast.
Because that's what he does with every food item I've ever given him. All of those like indestructible treats. Mm-hmm. He's the outlier that they're not indestructible. Like right now, you can see him right now. He's basically done with it already.
Yeah, he's swallowing.
Like what are you doing? Average peeps for $5 if they like Mexico's. So this is the problem that I have, and I've seen so many memes. I've just not posted them. Mm-hmm. It's the people holding the Mexican flag, saying like "Long live Mexico," and they're like, "Okay, we'll take you to Mexico." And they're like, "No, I'll stay." And it's just like, well, what are we doing?
Here's what I've noticed, especially on Twitter. People saying, well, this used to be Mexico, but that's not how wars work. We had a war, and we took over that land long before you were born. So
contrary to what Barry wanted to say, where he's like, you don't know history. I almost have a degree in history. That's how much I enjoy history.
Yeah. I don't have a degree in history, but I enjoy history, and in my spare time I watch history documentaries. So
they are every country ever has been conquered. Yeah. And not just like once, but like several times. And I know in America we conquered some people. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, all of these things with Mexico, they were like treaties. Or like Alaska was a treaty with, or like a
Russia.
We bought shit from Russia.
We bought. I can't remember I think it was like $1 million or something very small amount. We bought Alaska.
God, what was his something folly? I'm drawing a blank on what the guy's name was. Where they're like, this is dumb, and then turns out like billions of barrels of oil later, they're like, maybe that wasn't such a shit idea.
Yeah.
Dev Null, you have a right to wave the Mexican flag in the U.S. You are 1,000% correct.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I find, in all honesty, we can probably watch these all muted and just talk over them.
Yeah, that's
transformative content, y'all. You totally 1,000% have the right to wave. C word. That's what I'm looking for. C word's folly. That's what I'm looking for. You have the right to hold up those people from World War II flag.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have all of this. You have the right to hold up whatever flag you want. But it's like, this is the way I look at it. You come from a country that you are fleeing from, and then you get to by all measurable statistics, a better country, and then say, long live the country you came from, and then try to make that country that you moved to the country you just fled. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
yeah. Well, they do that with state, even just moving state to state here. It's like, I should have asked all the people that I saw protesting there where they were
from.
Like, what state were you born in, or where were you born? Because I guarantee they're not from Georgia. Now, I also am not from Georgia, but I'm not trying to change Georgia into Chicago.
I've never heard it called that before, but yes, the bad pinwheel flag. Yes. Like if this doesn't look like, this is going to sound bad for some people. If you watch enough documentaries from before World War II started, that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah.
Weapons can probably do the whole history thing, but like,
I mean, he was around back then, right? He probably has firsthand knowledge.
That's what it looks like to me. It's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, folks, don't vandalize private property or government property that you're going to have to pay to replace.
Yeah.
When taxes go up next year in all of these cities, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yep. So this one was in my neck of the woods. I actually, at my last job, managed a property in this suburb of Atlanta called Brookhaven, and this is what happened there.
Hold on. Stop. Over there. Hammering it. Holy
If you're showing up in 2025 in full mask, you are not there to peacefully protest.
No.
Like if you have your whole face covered, you are not there to
people who bring like legitimate riot shields to the protest. Congratulations, you're not there to protest.
I think Legal Fiction is talking about me. I am not from here. Legal Fiction. And Legal Fiction could probably look at my video from today and tell me exactly where I am, but I did not say the name of the place I was on.
Weapons was in that famous photo of Eisenhower standing before the paratroopers. Yes. Yes.
I think more would be accomplished. I think whatever is happening here is taking away from their point. Because people see this and they're like, well, forget all of those people. And they do like we were accused of doing earlier, of grouping all the people together, which is untrue that we're doing that. We specifically said on more than one occasion.
Well, let's take this incident. You want to turn it down a bit?
He's got a cone on it.
This is a church's chicken.
Yep. Delicious, by the way.
Even if there was a safe, legal, peaceful protest going on, 12 people just ruined it. And now it's a riot.
Yeah.
And anybody who says otherwise, like, there's video of it being a riot.
Exactly.
Weapons. Weapons was the maintainer on the Wright brothers flyer.
Yeah, it takes away from the point that the peaceful protesters are trying to have.
I'm curious, where are all these people's parents?
They're there with their kids. What are you talking about?
Well, it just seems like a lot of them are like really young, more than likely extremely uneducated, and they're just there to fuck shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think these people are part of the movement. Just like on both sides, you have bad actors that are just ready to do bad things. Correct. And they're ruining it for everybody.
Steve, that's the thing. I don't see anything like this. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, normal people don't see this. This is happening in a few extremely large certain voting cities.
Yeah.
So for the most part, like, I literally had one a mile down the road from me. It was a legitimate protest on the sidewalks with maybe like 20 to 40 people. No cars were burned. No couches were burned. No stores were vandalized. It's just so weird what some people or some cities let their people get away with.
What's funny is we talked about this last night, and I thought that the one that was near me was going to have like 20, 40 people there. There was a there was a ton of people there. It was so many people. I don't even think that many people live in that town. You see what I'm saying? I don't know where all those people came from, but it was huge. It was huge for here, you know?
Yeah, like what are they? Waymo cars?
Yeah, this is the Waymo
car. What do they have to do with any of this? They're not
It's just anything. Destruction.
You know what I mean? It's just you're just burning a car to burn a car.
Yeah, see that very in Kansas City, liberal city, very large peaceful protest. I watched, my friend went to the one that was in Nashville today. I'm so bad at like averaging like how many people are in a spot, but there was tons of people in the Nashville one, and it was I didn't see any violence at all. So
Steve, I hope you were here earlier. We literally talked about that, like all of the government buildings that are messed up, all of the government cars that are messed up, all the cop cars that are burned.
Yep.
Next year, when their taxes go up, they have no one to blame but themselves because they were the ones doing it. Or they weren't doing it, but they were supporting their kids going out, finally leaving the basement for the first time.
Yep.
And doing this.
Turn it down so we can talk over it if we want to.
What's wild though, have you seen some of those AI generated videos where cars are burning?
No.
It looks like that.
It's like one after another.
Yeah.
What? Why? This is
groupthink.
They're basically taxis.
Yeah, did you see the first guy hitting it with the skateboard, and then the next guy was like, "Oh, we're hitting cars. I'm gonna poke it with my flag."
They're not here to protest.
You're 40 riding a skateboard. You're 40 riding a skateboard. It's time to grow up.
And some of the people that were in the chat earlier, I don't know if they're still here, think that this is a legitimate protest. This is not a protest. This is what I showed you earlier of me talking to the guy in the little downtown area of the close by.
Can you go back?
That's protest.
Go back a little bit. There was one guy who I would consider actually protesting. If you go back, there was a guy holding a sign, just walking with his head down.
Maybe.
And I believe it said everything that needed to be said. It had something about ICE. Hit play right there. And just play it. And
this guy in a full mask in the middle of June. I went back too far. That guy is not
play right there.
Wearing a ski mask in June. You are not here to peacefully protest.
Steve for $5 New Zealand dollars. Go dogs. There you go.
Yes, dogs. Dogs. Wake up. Oh, they're awake, Steve. They're awake. There you go.
Dexter got his treats. He didn't even get up. Now he's about to go back to sleep.
Did you see the little terrorist steal Zena's treat again?
She's an old woman. Respect your elders.
Gosh. 2.
Yeah, if this was mid-COVID and you were wearing a mask, sure, I could understand that. Whatever.
It wasn't that kind of mask. It was a ski mask.
It's 2025 and you're doing this in, what is it? Is it summer yet, technically?
Yes. I got sunburned today.
If it's hot where I'm at, it's hot in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hit play and he'll be walking on the left side of the screen. Hopefully. It's either that or we didn't go back far enough. I don't know.
Full face mask, that guy we just passed.
Yeah,
Not
we
a
might have we
protective
might not have went
COVID
back
mask.
far enough. But he was holding a legitimate sign.
Yeah.
It was on a little stick, white poster board sign.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're all compromised. I just don't. Yes, this guy on the left side. You're going to see him in a second. That guy, that guy right there.
Yeah.
My man's down there with a cast on his arm, holding a sign, not talking to anybody, looking at his phone. He's just there to be like, ice bad, get out of our communities. Sure.
Yes. This is just sad. I don't know how much one of these self-driving cars costs, but you see that fire pouring out of the back of it? That's not going out anytime soon.
Oh no.
This I thought most of the people who are on this side also are environmentalists. I guess that's out the window.
It's only environmentally cool if that person agrees with them.
Like, I consider myself an environmentalist. I don't litter. I respect nature. Right? This is just nuts.
There you go, Dex. Because Steve, for another $5 New Zealand dollars, Vicky Johnson, you're anti-ice. What you should be is anti-ATF.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Sorry. There you go. I thought I had highlighted that comment, but yeah, Vicky.
Yeah, I would much rather it not look visually appealing and everyone be safe and every business is fine. And yeah, I just don't necessarily like Mr. I have a face mask on trying to kick through a private company's taxi.
Yeah, because they have anything to do with ice. They don't have anything to do with ice. They don't, yeah. Nothing to do with ice.
And his bitch ass couldn't even break the window.
All right, I'm going to leave you in charge for a second. I'll be right back.
I'm going to jump on the windshield.
I'll leave the volume down. You can commentate over it if you want to.
Okay. All right, now that she's gone, we're going to talk about nothing except how the ATF is bad. Like, this guy brought a hammer to a protest. You don't bring a hammer to a protest. That guy needs to get kneecapped. Now he's stealing from inside the car. ATF is bad. Exactly, Jonathan. That's what we need to push around here.
You know, I can still hear you talking about the ATF even when I'm using the restroom.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. It wasn't
the ATF is not all bad, by the way.
Yes,
I am against the part of the ATF, but the ones that are taking, like, guns from criminals, like gangbangers in Chicago, I'm okay with those ones. They have a place, but they're overstepping their bounds, I think.
Yeah, like, to get to what we were talking about, like, at the very beginning, what does this have to do with anything riot-related?
Yeah.
Or protest-related?
If you want Dexter to have a nasty duck foot, it costs $20, so...
He already got a nasty duck foot, and I don't think I can wiggle one out of the bag without touching it this time.
Yeah.
Like, he just took a picture next to it. Well, how about you take your mask down, you pussy?
Yep. Non-pass out treats.
This is like what we always say. It's like, do what I want or I'll hurt you. That's what these riots are about. Do what they want or they'll hurt you. The problem is that the problem is with their attitude of do what I want or I'll hurt you is that they're all a bunch of pussies. Like,
he's standing on top of an electric car that's on fire.
I'll raise you one. He can't stand on the hood because he's uncoordinated and, again, a pussy.
Like, this thing could blow up at any moment.
And honestly, if it did,
the people are getting him off, and they're like, "Dude, that's gonna blow. What are you doing?"
If it was to blow up, the world would be a better place. And that guy just said, "Light them all on fire."
Yeah, insane.
Now, this is the thing. If I was to go to any of their homes and light it on fire, do you think they would have the same attitude?
No.
So it's like, why would you go and light somebody else's shit on fire? Ma'am, put a shirt on. Jesus Christ.
They're just taking, it's a photo op for these people. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got to get Instagram famous. Maybe I'll be like the what's it called? The photo that I used for the thumbnail. They probably have that guy's name. He's probably getting interviews, yada yada.
Oh, yeah, RD Foz brings up a good point. I wonder if they think that Waymo and Tesla are the same thing, and they're just...
They aren't the greatest people, or they aren't the smartest of people, so...
No.
For a second there, I thought that was a blind guy, and then I realized that's just the same guy with the Mexican flag on a stick.
Yeah.
This is a sturdy skateboard. Yeah, just to put a mask on and start vandalizing their property, I would go to jail.
I just wanted to pause it here to point out 3 or 4 people, criminals, vandalizing this car. Camera over here holding up, cell phone camera. This is like the paparazzi in front of this car watching these people destroy property. Look at them all. They're getting different angles.
Cinematic, really.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then this guy's just like, "Hey, Mom, I made it."
I know. Yeah. Yep.
I love it how it seems to be like they're... Oh no, the car we lit on fire blew up. Who would have thought?
Yeah. So this wasn't Trump's birthday parade. It was the birthday of the United States Army. It just happened to be on the same day as Flag Day and Trump's birthday.
How many fucking people in LA are 40 and ride skateboards?
Oh, a lot, apparently. I did notice that they sent the Marines to Westwood, which is like right next to Brentwood. That's where I used to work when I worked in LA, was Westwood. Right at San Vicente and Wilshire was my office. But that's not where the protests were, by the way. That's just where the rich people are. So...
Yeah, average peeps make a great point. Half these people don't even dislike ice. They just want to mess stuff up. Like this guy with the skateboard. He's literally just there to break shit with his skateboard. He probably can't even spell ice. He doesn't know how to spell ice. He doesn't know what ice does. He just wants to break shit.
Yeah.
Well, we're focusing on the people breaking the law, ruining the whole protest.
Yeah.
Like if you have 10 people... Okay, let me put this in terms of food. If you have 10 Skittles and one of them are poisoned, are you going to eat one of those Skittles? Probably not. If you have 10 people protesting and one of them is wearing a skull mask with a skateboard, breaking every window out of every car he sees, is that a protest?
I'm hoping he cuts himself on that glass. Anybody else?
He probably can't even skateboard. What I would do is I always have like what are those things called? Like the carabiners. I would just clip him to one of the cars on fire through one of those little rings on his belt and just leave him.
I mean, you're way more violent than I am, but I just want him to change his
1000%.
ways and go home and reflect.
I'm gonna tag this car with my. That is a cool color paint, but like, what are you doing?
Insane. Also, these cars have cameras all over them. They can see exactly who did what to what.
Yes, Irish Dublin makes a great point.
Yeah.
Oh, look, tattoos. It will make it really easy to ID him later.
That's what I was about to say, is even if you have your whole face covered, guess what? They can still find you. And if you've ever been arrested before, they have photos of your tattoos.
I was just about to say, if I noticed you had tattoos, I would take a picture of every single tattoo that you have, label it exactly what body part it was on, so that if anything ever happened in the future, they'd be like, oh, you have a shitty dragon tattoo on your left forearm that looks like this. It would be in there to be searched. What a fucking, like, what are you doing?
What is he chewing? Why are you kicking the...
Sir, are you throwing water on the car that's on fire?
Yeah, a bottle of water. At a battery fire. Smart. Very smart. Like, and look at all that black smoke that they're breathing in. Because the smog in LA is not bad enough. This is just crazy. I said that like 8 times, but man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's I know a lot of like reaction channels always go, man, that's crazy, when something's not really crazy. This is literally a riot in LA where they
Is that what happened here at Legal Fiction? Do you know that to be true? I just am curious. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I heard that all of the Waymo cars were in a line because they were all getting out of town because of the riots going on.
They got caught.
Yeah, but they automatically stop if you walk in front of them.
Yeah,
like they won't
James
run you
Stern
over.
pointed out that this looks like an AI video of the Highway of Death in Iraq in '91.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Uncle Dan's vintage vinyl. I apologize. I don't know how much longer we're gonna go.
I have like a few more very short videos left.
Yeah,
like
'cause I know
39-second one, a 2-minute one.
We're shockingly at an hour and 52 minutes already.
And I didn't think we were going to have enough content to fill up the time.
Gregory says, I also heard all the Waymos are permanently leaving LA.
Yeah, why would this company stay in this place? Why would they?
Just on the off chance that these same people get a bug in their ass about something that they don't like, this is going to be, they're just going to hit repeat.
Okay, so that's interesting, Legal Fiction. I think it will be very easy to track them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just more of the same. So they're just going one by one.
What is this blue flag? Is that Argentina?
I think it is Argentina.
Turns out buzzed KFARR knows flags out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
So 2 people standing on the car and a whole circle of people taking pictures of them. Let me see if anything else happens.
I don't know if that's
aftermath.
No, that's not an Argentina flag.
Look at that. Look at that burn, because it just keeps burning. It doesn't stop burning. That's why they look like that now. It just doesn't stop burning.
Is it?
Because of the batteries.
So.
Is it like Peru or something? Somewhere in South America.
Yeah, this is the Argentina flag. It's the same. It's the right colors, but not the same.
The stripes are the wrong.
Yeah, Mecca Churchill. Yeah, the lines are the wrong orientation. It's the same color, but.
Fun fact: my ancestors, my grandparents on my dad's side, immigrated here from Argentina. let's give them some dog treats. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat, average peeps. I appreciate it. Ava is looking forward to it, and Xena woke up for it, so appreciate that. Dexter loves that pink blanket, huh?
Yeah, it was over here in the corner where you kept trying to lay.
So you just put it it where you want him.
Yeah.
Have you seen this video?
9 News Australia reporter hit by a rubber bullet while covering Los Angeles protests.
Here's the thing, guys. Whether you're a reporter, legitimate or illegitimate, when the police tell you got to leave, you don't get to stay just because you're a reporter. That's not how it works.
Because we run into this a lot with frauditors. Yeah. And they don't understand this. Just because you're press doesn't give you any more rights than any other person. Just because you you have a press pass and a 9 News microphone doesn't mean you can go somewhere you're not supposed to be.
So this is only 39 seconds, but definitely worth the watch.
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated.
He's literally standing in between the police line and the protesters.
It's a Guatemalan flag.
Okay, thank you for letting us know. I was wrong. It's not South America. It's Central America. My bad.
Firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
You just shut the You okay?
You looked so surprised.
Where did it hit you? Just my leg under.
Fascists! Reporting that they're fascists! You're okay. You're not okay.
And then, do you hear the people trying to turn it around that they're fascist because they're trying to suppress
They're fascist. Like, first off, go take a history class.
Yeah. Like, they weren't firing at her because she was press. They were firing at her. They weren't even probably firing at her, but she got hit because she was standing where they told her she can't stand. And by the way, the protesters were here and the cops were here. Why are you standing in the middle of them, lady? She can't be.
Yeah, like I said, I would not. If anything, I would be like, "Hey, man, I run this channel. I'm going to stand behind you guys." And I would be like recording over them. I ain't getting my shit.
Officers on horseback in Los Angeles charged toward protesters. I just wanted to see horses.
Is this the early 1900s in World War I? Like, what are we?
No, but I'm telling you what, horses are highly effective in large crowd situations.
In crowd control. Because if, to be honest, most people are terrified of large animals. Yeah. Because if you're in the city, you've probably never been in the woods near any type of animal outside of like a dog. That's probably like the largest animal we've ever seen.
Anytime any of the festivals that happen in downtown Chicago are going on, they always have a bunch of cops on horseback for crowd control. And they're intimidated. They're not small horses. They're very large horses.
Yeah.
Tell me this will be intimidating. People running with battering. They probably told them to leave like 20 times. This is what it's going to leave.
They going at it right there.
I think
don't hold up the flag.
Did we watch
don't hold
this
up
one already?
The flag while you're doing this shit.
Yeah.
Yes, we did see this, but we saw it from a different angle.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, we saw this. If I remember correctly, you know what? We might have seen it from this angle.
We saw it from behind the police line, I think.
Yeah. There was already like a bike on the ground.
Yeah.
And then she like rode in after the fact.
Here, this is her here. She's about to rev her engine and
Guatemala
and
Superman.
Police. Why would you do that? Oh no, that's a different one. That's a different one because the other lady popped right up. and put her hands up.
From what this looks like, that might have been the first bike that went down.
Oh, maybe. So maybe there's another one about to happen? We're almost done, guys. Yeah, there's somebody. There's the lady. I didn't see that from the other angle, but did you see that cop just like karate chop her face?
Dev, no, I actually got into this with somebody before. Comparing this to I think I compared it to like Boston winning the Stanley Cup, where they like flipped over a car on its side, got really drunk, left a couch in the street, and then went home, is not the same as attempted murder on officers and firebombing probably millions of dollars worth of cars.
You can't drive a vehicle, even if it's a motorcycle, into a person. That's illegal. That is attempted murder with a deadly weapon at that. I kind of want to see her get karate chopped in the face again. I didn't rewind it far enough. This cop is a ninja. I think he actually used his elbow. Oh, good question. That is a great question, Virginia. I have like a 2 or 3 hour episode about that on my channel, probably from 2 or 3 years ago at this point, because it happened 5 years ago. So I covered it after the fact, and go ahead and go back in the live streams. It's labeled January 6, 2020, or whatever the date was for that.
Chuck brings up a good point.
Go back and watch that. That's not what we're talking about today, because this week this is happening, and back then that happened. And yes, it is covered on my channel. So there you have it.
Yeah. Chuck brings up a great point. Daryl Brooks light. Do you know what Daryl Brooks got for doing something like this? Basically, life in prison.
Yes, and he's lucky he was in Wisconsin, because if he was in many other states, he would be dead by now.
And it's like but she's probably going to get like a slap on the wrist because LA.
Yes. I could bring up January 6th. First of all, not the same thing. Second of all, yes, also crimes were committed that day. Also covered on my crime channel. Go F yourself. Oh, Metal Rabbit, it was 2021. You're right, it was 2021. My bad.
Yeah, that does.
I am blonde. I am blonde. Don't forget. Not only am I a woman, but I'm also blonde. I think. Oh, I have one more. For some reason, I have this news story pulled up, but I don't remember why. So
it's
the
because
last thing I have.
So somebody said something about this on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, this sheriff is making threats to peaceful protesters." And then you listen to what he said, and like right off the bat, Florida anti-riot right on the podium. It's about rioters.
If you kill us, we'll kill you back.
He basically says, "Yeah, we will watch
2
it."
minutes. Let's watch it.
It's not a threat. It's like
So what's happening in other states like Florida? Protesters are being given stark warnings about the consequences of demonstrations turning violent. The Republican governor is giving drivers the go-ahead to run down protesters if they feel threatened.
Oh, okay.
And the sheriff of
Brevard. First of all, that's not what the governor of Florida said. He said if they're surrounding your car and threatening you, you can step on the gas. Not that you can just plow your way through. That's not.
You probably watched the Buffalo school district stuff.
Yes.
Where
we have
angry cops literally laid out what was going on, and then these news organizations try to play like make believe and cover up for him. This guy seems like the same type of weasel.
Did you hear the way he said that? The tone of voice, like, give me a break. That's not what was. That is misrepresented. Like, you're a journalist, for goodness sake. I'm not even a journalist, and I can at least tell the truth about stuff.
Down protesters if they feel threatened, and the sheriff of Brevard County warned of lethal force.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
So that's Florida. Could you imagine Sheriff Luna saying that in Los Angeles County?
I wish
so
you
that
would.
was Sheriff Wayne Ivey. His comment followed remarks from Governor DeSantis there, who said protesters could literally be run over by cars by drivers if they felt threatened.
You're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off
and you sound like was the words that just came out of Governor DeSantis's mouth sound like what the news reporter framed it as? Because those were two totally different statements. You can run down protesters and you have a right to flee for your life are two totally different things.
So this is what I was like having trouble grasping with some of the people who were like, they threatened to kill people. And it's like, no. The sheriff said, if you try to kill us, we are going to shoot you.
Yeah. Also, if you touch the police, they are going to touch you back pretty quickly. That's all that you was saying.
Safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck.
All that is going on in the world today, and then ask yourself, why, if all of these troops are deployed here, why are there more?
Look on the ASL site, like translator's face is kind of hilarious.
Hey,
watch this guy's face. It's so funny.
The star of my next, 600-pound life, Georgia Transparency.
I saw he's back. Hi. Good to see you. Did you go film one of these protests? What are you doing?
He was eating a family-sized KFC bucket.
Yeah, why aren't you out working right now? Isn't that your job to film this sort of stuff?
No.
Duck.
All that is going on in the world today, and then ask yourself, why, if all of these troops are deployed here, why are there more military troops in Los Angeles than in Iraq?
And Los Angeles is also the entertainment epicenter. So it is no wonder that Donald Trump brought his production to California.
What?
There they are, active duty U.S. Marines now on the ground in downtown Los Angeles. Troops specially trained for crowd control, we're told, before arriving in our city, are for now guarding the federal building. You see them in combat gear, carrying rifles.
So you expect, I'm sorry. This is a problem that the Marines are guarding a federal building? That's an issue for
way
you?
I look at it. This is the way I look at it. You were not doing your job correctly defending these places. Therefore, the federal government stepped in and said, I guess we're going to have to do it.
By the way, didn't they bring in the National Guard to prevent people from going out during COVID? Didn't that happen? I think I recall that correctly. They were like, they had the National Guard making sure people didn't go to the skate park, or they filled it in with sand. Are you serious right now? It's a problem for them to protect the city, to protect the federal building. The federal employees can't protect the federal building. Okay.
Legal fiction brings up a great point. Iraq, we're not at war there. Yeah, to my knowledge, we pulled out like everyone from Iraq. So the fact that someone who literally got elected to government can't comprehend that, like, come on.
Exactly.
So this is what I find dishonest about Russell. I have corrected him on this topic several times, And in response, he wants to continue lying. It really kind of tells me where you're at, like morally.
Correct. Might be wrong in the chat. Text me tomorrow when you have time. A room may have opened up at my house for 4th of July. That's all. I just saw his name, thought of it. Hi, Mrs. Might be wrong. Yeah, Russell just pops in here to stir up trouble. I like to ignore him. It's hard to ignore him when the whole ground shakes when he walks into a room, but
his gravitational pull is a little bit too much to ignore.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And it's crazy that a guy that weighs like 300 plus pounds calls anyone else fat boy.
Yeah, I get him and the other one, the spaghetti guy, the road spaghetti guy, confused. They're like the same person in my head. Tav,
the angry vet. Yeah.
Yes. Is it just me, or
the angry cook in the Navy?
Are they the same person in anybody else's head? Because they're the same person in my head. Although Georgia Transparency is friends with a friend of mine, so we have a friend in common. So, I don't know. Anyway, but Shane's a good guy, and Russell doesn't seem to be. So that's it. That's the show. Do you have anything to add?
I have nothing. I'm going to go to bed after this. I'm not even going to make any content for anything.
I might stay up and make some shorts. We will see. We will be back. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern. Ooh. Also Wednesday at 8 p.m. Next Friday, no show for me. Possible show for KFARR. I forgot to tell you about that. I'm going to not be around Friday. I have things that I'm doing. It's actually Yo Mama in the chat's 80th birthday. You'll be celebrating with her. So
happy early birthday.
Wish Yo Mama. Her birthday's actually the 19th, even though Friday's that we're celebrating on Friday. Her birthday's on a national holiday now. I get the day off of work. We could do a Thursday stream if you wanted to next week. We'll talk offline.
Rumor has it I'm available pretty much every day.
Wednesday stream, possible Thursday stream.
Everyone go subscribe to the channel in the pinned comments. I just put out a short today for that. I'm trying to put out a short almost every day for the Reading the Room channel. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We're almost at 500 subscribers.
I'm going to throw that into my chat too, since there are people in my chat. Also, if you are in my chat and you're not subscribed, could you please subscribe? Just because I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers. I'm very close and I would appreciate it. You would make me very happy. Thank you very much to everybody who supported the show today, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Gotta look forward cause the salt is back. Swear to God I'm at the cul-de-sac. Yep, used to rub the lamps in my sultan's hat. Man, now it's all back to this cul-de-sac. Don't know what's ahead, but you can't look back. Lot's wife is just salty Jack. You got them handshake deals in perfect packs. Yeah, gotta fall back to the cul-de-sac. Just step right side, step right back. Step forward twice, kick your shoulders back. You got to step left side, step to the back. You still can't make